warriors. And he's one of those Olympians who proves that white men can jump. Take a look at number 17 on the court.
Mullin. Last night when I said your name, people screamed like a rock star had been mentioned. I mean, you have a big following. This is L.A., you know?
Well, thank you. I think a lot of New Yorkers must move out this way.
Yeah. That's where you began.
Yeah, that's where it all started, in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
And then I played all over the city. I just wandered everywhere to play ball. Worked my way up through Manhattan, the Bronx, and basically went anywhere to find the best competition. And it was fun. New York is a unique place because you break down all different barriers with sports, especially basketball.
Yeah.
You know, it just introduced me to so many different types of people, and made me comfortable around all different types of people, and kind of gave me a broader outlook on life.
Yeah, because I know a lot of guys in the Jersey, New York area who have a lot of respect for you, and you earned it hanging out with them and playing, and you know, I mean, the brothers.
Yeah. Well, that all started actually when in high school. I went to school at Powell Memorial, actually where Kareem went to high school, up in Manhattan, in Midtown Manhattan. And I started playing for a team up there, and I was the only white guy on the team starting off. And I remember I used to take 2 trains and a bus to get up to this league. I would play with these guys. And when I first started going up to the city, I would get in a conductor's car and sit near him just in case anything would happen, get off the train, and have some teammates meet me to walk me through the neighborhood. Then by the time I got established, you know, hey, what's up, Chris? You here for the game? You know, see, it was acceptance for me, but also it built confidence in my game. Yeah. And like I said, much like, you know, broadened my perspective on life, my game opened up a whole lot.
Yeah, Magic once said that when God made basketball players, he made Chris Mullin or something like that. What do you think the strongest part of your game is? What makes you so good? What makes Magic say something like that about you?
Well, for Magic to say that, it just makes you feel so good. You know, I think you play the game for respect to your teammates and respect to your opponents. You know, and that's the greatest player right there and the greatest person. For him to say about me makes me feel so good. But I think what happens with my game, I played so much, and you have a feel for your game. You know, some guys, you know, you say white man can't jump. I didn't have much creativity on them dunks. I just get up there and put it in. But I've got some strengths that I go to. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. When whatever job you're in, you play to your strengths and try and stay away from your weaknesses. My shooting ability opens up the rest of my game. I think I'm a pretty good passer. And basically, I rely on my teammates a lot, setting me screens and get me open.
Yeah. What are your fondest memories of the last Olympian team you played on? There are 3 guys from the last team that are going to be on the Stream team, right?
Michael, Patrick, and myself.
Yeah. What are your best memories?
I think the one thing I take away from that, you know, besides obviously the gold medal, you know, we were with Bobby Knight. We had a long, long training camp from April, and the games were here in L.A. in August. But besides the fact that we came away with the gold medal, which was our ultimate goal, is the fact that we had every player on that team. We had Sam Perkins, Wayman Tisdale, some great, great players. All guys still playing the NBA. But everybody put away their stats and their star status because everybody was their best player on their college team and came for one goal. And, you know, we had guys, pretty much everyone's, I think Michael was our leading scorer at like 18. Everybody else had like 10, 8, 9, and just did the job. You know, come together as a team.
Yeah. You've grown up and changed a lot. You went through a period of rehabilitation when you first came to Golden State. What are the biggest changes in you as the man?
Well, the one thing, anyways, I wouldn't be able to play that part for the alcoholic clown. I know that much, which is a relief. But I think the biggest change for me is that I got refocused. You know, all through my life, I was pretty well focused on what I was doing. Through college, was very dedicated. And I made a switch. It was the first time I left home, left my family and friends, and I didn't really realize how much I relied on them. And so I made the switch out to the Bay Area, and I was out on my own for the first time, and probably started making some shaky decisions. And I was drinking socially, and it was a habitual thing, you know, and it kind of caught up with me, you know, after the game, hanging out. And I just look at it this way. For some people, you know, I'm not one of them guys that have to go around and tell everyone you can't drink. There's nothing wrong with some guys having a beer. But for me, thank God I found out, you know, it's not for me. You know, it affects me totally different than other people. And, you know, I went to Sentinel Hospital right here in L.A. Stayed there 31 days. And, again, it was another educational thing for me. You know, a lot of things opened up. I had to admit that I had a problem first and give into it, which is probably the toughest thing for athletes because we're always taking on challenges. You know, we can beat anything. You know, that guy's not better than me. I can do this, I can do that. So for the first time, I had to really just say, I can't handle this. You know, I need some help. So I went away and listened and learned, and thank God I got my life back on the right track.
Yeah. How's your buddy Manute?
Oh, Manute? I'm a little mad at him right now.
Why? What did he do?
He stood me up on New Year's Eve.
Really?
Yeah, but he's doing good. He just, you know, he had his third child, which is, you know, again, when you play ball, you know, hopefully someday the Warriors will win a championship and I'll be part of it. That's our ultimate goal.
Yeah. With you and Hardaway, man,
Yeah.
it's coming.
We're trying very hard. But, you know, you're going to win games, you're going to lose games, you're going to have great games, you're going to have bad games. The one thing that I've always taken away from the game, you know, through my college career and now, you know, it's my 7th year in the NBA, is the players I played with and against, just the friends that you make. And, you know, you mentioned Manute. He's one of my best friends. And
Didn't you name your kids?
he just had his third child. So he has, his oldest is his daughter, Aboot. Then he has a son, Madut. Then his third son, Chris. So, and that's very touching to me. That means a lot to me. And my wife and I are expecting our child, and we're kind of wrestling.
With maybe Manute, maybe.
Manute Mullin, I don't know.
We'll be right back. That would be very cool.